We got two more NBA playoff games to talk about, some good matchups, and our best bets. Let's talk some basketball. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back in to another episode for Just a Bet Outside. I am your host, Steven, and we are here to talk some NBA playoffs, baby. That's right. We had so close to a winning day, but it was a 1-2 day. We'll talk about it. Kyrie missed out by just one basket, just did not make enough shots today. He had some go in and out, and that would have been the difference between a winning night and a losing night, but it is what it is. Anyways, we had some good matchups hit. If you tailed that Jaden McDaniels rebounds, I think it was over 3.5 line. I think he had 6 or 7. I mean, he went well over. I wish I took my own advice. That would have been nice. Or the Pacers money line lean that we had. They won because the Bucks are terrible. But anyways, we have a small 2-game slate here today. But before we dive into anything, just a reminder, MLB Best Bets video will be out after this one. We give out a ton of research help, and on Wednesdays we give out who's on fire, talk the hottest hitters, all that kind of stuff. So go check that video out, but I'm ready to get into it, and it starts with the dad joke. Here we go. This is a quick little dad and son conversation here. Dad, can you explain to me what a solar eclipse is? No, son. That's pretty good, I think. I don't know. You probably need 2 people for that. It's kind of awkward with just me. But anyways, we're going to recap yesterday and then talk the best matchups. We got 3 of them for you. And then our best bets and the bets recap. Hit that like button like you guys have been doing every single day during this season. Like I mentioned before, we started with about 6,000 subscribers at the beginning of NBA season, and we're now on the path to 24,000. Cannot thank you guys enough. You guys are awesome. But if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. We appreciate the support, and come join an awesome community. All right, let's get started, and that starts with the recap. All right, here is the recap. Like I said, 1 made basket away from a winning night, but Chris Middleton over 19.5 points. Guys, he was horrendous in the first quarter. He started out so slow, didn't even take many shots, and just didn't happen. And then they got blown out. Didn't play the last 4 minutes, I think, 4 or 5 minutes of the fourth quarter. It just sucked. It just did not work out like I wanted to. Damian still took a lot of shots. Brook Lopez took like 7 shots in the first quarter. I think Middleton had 1. I mean, it was just bad. It was a bad start. Couldn't make up for it. I don't think he ended with 15 or something like that. So, Ivica Zubac, man, oh man, he played 2 minutes in the first quarter and picked up 2 quick fouls and never played again till the second quarter. And he still crushed this line because he is a rebounding monster. He is the man. Got us our win. And then this one, Kyrie Irving, guys, shot 8 for 18. He took 18 shots and made 8 of them. I saw 2 different shots go in and out of the hoop. One of those falls, that has a green check mark next to it. We win. I'm feeling good, but welcome to sports betting, right? So 1-2 night. We'll move on from that. 9-8, down 0.99 units in the playoffs. There's our season record. I'm ready to bounce back. We got 2 more games to talk about. But before we get to those best bets, let's talk the 3 best matchups. All right, there weren't as many good matchups. Obviously, it's only 2 games, and we got like 2 teams in the Celtics and Heat who play really good defense. So it's tough to find it, but let's see what we can talk about here. We got Jalen Williams of the Thunder playing the Pelicans. Pelicans gave up the 6th most rebounds to the power forward position. Again, these are the last 30 days of the regular season at 11.25 per game. Williams had 7 rebounds in game 1, which is pretty solid. He averages 4 per game this season. So, I mean, that's pretty good. Not a bad little matchup. Next one, Jonas Valanciunas of the Pelicans against the Thunder. Thunder gave up the 4th most points to the center position, 25.81. Now, the difference here is Val did not score a ton. He had a ton of rebounds, like 20, I think, in game 1. But he only scored 13 in game 1 on only 9 shot attempts. So, just something to keep in mind. And then SGA in that game against the Pelicans. Pelicans gave up the 7th most assists to the point guard position at 8.80 per game. SGA only had 4 assists in game 1, but he played the Pelicans in 2 other regular season games, and he had 8 assists in each of those games. So those are the 3 best matchups I could find and dig up. Like I said, there's not a ton. When you got good defenses and only 2 games, that's kind of how it goes. So those are the best matchups today, and now it's time for the best bets. All right, this segment of the show is brought to you by our sponsor, Better Bet. That's BTR Bet, the best place to find, track, analyze, and share your bets. Click that link below in the description and go check it out. But game number 1 takes us out to OKC. We got the Thunder hosting the New Orleans Pelicans. Thunder minus 7.5. Total in this game, 210.5. Just a few quick game 1 notes. Thunder won 94-92 in a thriller. Pelicans stayed in the game thanks to 18 offensive rebounds. They scored 24 second chance points. That was absolutely huge. And the Thunder outscored the Pelicans 20-7 in fast break points. Not really a surprise there if you know these two teams. But anyways, the line stayed about the same. I'm not taking a game bet, though. I have two bets in this game. This first one is a unit. The second one will be a half unit. The first one, give me Trey Murphy over 22.5 points plus rebounds at -118 on DraftKings. Now, if you followed us this year, you know we've cashed a few props on Mr. Trey Murphy, especially rebound props. He is playing absolutely insane minutes. There's just no way. My hands are tied here, guys. I got to make this bet. In game one, he played 44 minutes. He shot 8 for 18. Not a great shooting night. He still finished with 21 points, added 4 rebounds. He had 25, went over by a few. And I think he could get even more rebounds, honestly, in this game. He has played 8 games, including game 1 of this series, without Zion Williamson this year. In the games without Zion, where he played 28 or more minutes, we're talking 28, guys. He played 44 in game 1. In those games, though, he went over this in 5 of 6 games. 5 of 6 hit rate without Zion with 28 or more minutes. The one he missed, his role was completely different back in like January. He only took 7 shots. He is the man. I think Trey Murphy, honestly, right now with Zion out, is probably the second best player on the court for them. I think he's a really good player. I think people are starting to see it. There's a reason he's getting 44 minutes, but he's gone over this with way less minutes. And now we are going to get 40 or more minutes from him, and they're dropping the line at 22.5. I'm just not sure I understand it. Trey Murphy's been getting a lot of rebound opportunities without Zion Williamson as well. You know he's going to take a ton of threes. He had some good looks last game, and he's a tough matchup for them. So I think he's going to go over yet again. Like I said, he went over this in 5 of 6 without Zion when he's played 28 or more minutes. He played 44. Is he guaranteed 44 minutes in game 2? No. But I think 40 or more is pretty much a lock for him when it comes to minutes. And he's going to have to just have a decent shooting night to go over this. 22.5 is not that much. Like I've said, he's a guy who has the potential to get 5, 6, 7 rebounds also to help out. But he could go over this in points alone. I mean, like I said, he had 21 points in game 1, and that was on 8 of 18 shooting. It wasn't even like he dominated or anything. So give me Trey Murphy for a full unit over 22.5 points plus rebounds. And then my second bet is in this game also. It is a half unit play, and it is an under. Give me Josh Giddey under 21.5 PRAs. I got this at -135 on DraftKings. Giddey is just horrendous defensively. If you watch that game, he's just not a good defender. And there's a reason why he only played 19 minutes, and he had 8 PRAs in that game. Yes, he shot 1 of 6, but I mean, 6 isn't a lot of shots anyways. I'm expecting more of the same because if he can't play defense, you're not going to play much on the court. He is a liability, and the Pelicans know it, and they go to anybody he is defending pretty much. So if game 1 is in any indication, the Thunder offense is going to go through 3 guys on offense, and we all know who it is. It's SGA, it's Chet, it's Jalen Williams, and not much else got involved. I don't see Giddey taking many shots at all. And he's not typically a guy who's just super efficient. And if he's playing 20 minutes, he can get over 20 PRAs or anything like that. So he played 11 games this season where he played 20 or less minutes. And I'm expecting right around that 20-minute mark. In those 11 games where he played 20 or less minutes, he went under this 21.5 PRA line in 9 of those 11. 1 over was on the hook with 22 PRAs. The other 2 overs, or the other over was against the Grizzlies. I mean, come on, this Pelicans defense is obviously a much different defense, good rebounding team, all that kind of stuff. So I don't think this line is adjusted I think they're kind of basing it off a little bit more regular season. Obviously, here's the worry and why I have a half unit. We're not in the coaches meeting. Maybe they change it. Maybe he plays 25 to 28 minutes the second game. You never know. All we can go on is what we see. I don't think he's athletic enough to keep up with the Pelicans when he's on the court. They have to kind of hide him. And there's a reason they played more deep, more of their bench and other guys to play some defense and things like that. I mean, it worked. They held the Pelicans to under 100 points. So I think he's going to get 20 minutes again or less. So if he does, I really like our chances. Like I said, 9 of 11 games he went under. So give me a half unit on Josh Giddey under 21.5 PRAs. And let's move on to the second game. All right, this next one, as you know, takes us out to Boston. We got the Celtics hosting the Miami Heat. Celtics -14.5. Total in this game, 202.5. Quick game one notes. Celtics won by 20, 114-94. Heat outscored the Celtics 44-24 in the paint, and it did not matter because the Celtics shot 44% from three-point range. Celtics led by as many as 34 points also in this game, and 6 Celtics players scored in double figures. Not a big surprise there. And Tyler Hero was absolutely dreadful. I mean, he was just not good. 11 points, 4 assists, 4 of 13 shooting, just a non-factor really in this game. That's a big reason why they got blown out. But I have one bet in this game. It's going to be a half unit. I'm not going to force 3 1-unit plays in a 2-game slate or anything. So I'm going to go with that 1.5 units total on the last game. And on this bet, I'm going to bet 1 half unit, just a half unit, on Derek White over 17.5 points plus assists. Now, he played 33 minutes in game 1. He had 20 points and 4 dimes. He shot 4 of 8 from the three-point line. That's just what he does. He knocks down threes, especially at home. But he had these 24 PAs in a game that, like I mentioned, was an absolute blowout. That's a good thing to see. There's just a lot of open catch and shoot threes. If you saw him, the Miami Heat he was open for so many good looks. And it's because they're focusing their defense, obviously not on Derek White. They're focusing and worrying about Kristaps Porzingis hitting threes, Jaylen Brown attacking the rim, Jason Tatum all over the court. They have so many other worries that Derek White gets left behind, and he's going to get some open looks. That's just what they do. The Heat have given up some catch and shoot threes this year. And at home this year, Derek White is averaging over 20 PAs, just a little over 20 PAs. I only need 18, so I think this is a real good discount here. And he shot 41.5% from the three-point line at home this year. That's unbelievable. He shot 37.8% on the road. So he's shooting better at home. He knocks down the threes. And when he knocks down threes, he should cruise over this. Again, he could go over this in points alone pretty easily. He did have 20 points, and he played 33 minutes. If we get a somewhat competitive game at all, he could get even more, 35-plus minutes. But I think he really only needs about 30 or more. And just over the last 30 days of the season, the Heat did allow the 9th most assists to the shooting guard position also, and the 10th most assists over the course of the entire season. So, he's going to add a few assists. That's just what he does. He's going to have his chances, whether it's, fake shooting or scoring, or if it's attacking the rim after that when a closeout comes and things like that. He's good at kicking it out. He just gets a lot of opportunities. 17.5 is just too low for a starter who just knocks down 3 after 3 like him. Like I said, over 41% from deep at home. So I just think this line is too low. If it bumps to 18.5, I'd probably still play it. Honestly, I think he probably gets 20 or more PAs in this one again. So give me Derek White over 17.5 points plus assists for a half unit. Those are my 3 best bets. If I have another half unit or full unit or anything, I'll add in the pinned comments. If I have any leans as well, where I may not put in the official bets, but just bets I was liking and just kind of leaning towards, I'll put that in the comments on X and on Discord as well. So that's what we got for the 2-game slate. Let's check out the recap. All right, those are the 3 bets that we have. The 1-unit play is Trey Murphy over 22.5 points plus rebounds at minus 118 on DraftKings. And then we got 2 half-unit plays. Josh Giddey under 21.5 PRAs at minus 135. If you can only get 20.5, I still like it there. And then Derek White over 17.5 points plus assists. If this bumps to 18.5, again, I still like it. Minus 112 on DraftKings. That is a half unit play. So those are the 3 best bets we got for this small little 2-game slate. Hopefully we get some good games, although I don't know if the Heat can compete with the Celtics without Butler, but we will find out. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. As always, I appreciate it. Leave a comment below. Let me know your best bet, your best parlay, whatever it is. Let's get some winners. Hope everyone has a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.